Hi, I'm Karen.
And I'm Adam. Welcome to Coupled Approach,
where you get this couple's approach on all things flight and family.
As Karen would say, it's been a hot minute since we posted a video. In fact, it's been forever. We've had a lot of things going on. We're gonna share with you a little bit about what's been happening, what hasn't been happening, why we're not posting videos and stuff with the plane and the family. So hang on for the ride. But I gotta tell you, we've titled this this video First World Problems. Because we know that what we're gonna sound like we're complaining about, we know we're super blessed. But it is a little frustrating, so we thought we'd share that with you, and then shortly after, we're gonna have some more videos popping out.
Yeah.
Some new flights that we've finally gotten to take, and some videos that actually recorded, and so on. So hang along for the ride, we'll fill you in, and we'll see you shortly.
Prop clear. I'm Karen.
And I'm Adam.
Welcome to Coupled Approach,
where you get this coupled approach on all things flight. So join us as we share our experiences, missteps, mistakes, and all.
So the last time we had a video, it was on the gender reveal of our little one-to-be, and if you haven't checked that out, you make sure you do so. But in April, we revealed on our channel that we're having a little girl in November.
Yep, and at the end of that video, we laid a little Easter egg in the back, which somebody picked up on. It was oriented towards, we didn't say anything about it, but it was oriented towards her name. And somebody guessed her name. It was pretty awesome. A little different spelling, but it was a perfect spot-on guess, so congratulations for that. Wow. Her name is Ari'S Karen Dykstra.
Due November 1st, 2023, so we're very excited for her.
Since that reveal, we're gonna rewind even before that. So some of the things that we had planned were based on our plane's arrival. So we haven't really talked a whole lot about our plane. I mean, just little bits here and there about that we're getting one. We do plan to do a video coming up that you're gonna get a chance to watch about how we picked our plane and why we picked our plane and all that stuff and the process and all of that. But in the meantime, we had scoped to buy this plane back in a year ago, 2022 April. So a year before our last video that you saw. And it was originally slated to be produced and due in June of 23. So a long wait. We felt like forever.
That was, yeah.
Felt like it was gonna be
like
forever.
Like a pregnancy.
Worse. Well, I don't know. But anyway, then in November, they said, hey, it looks like it's gonna be done early in May. So we were pretty excited about that, getting the plane in May. And so we had planned a whole bunch of stuff over the summer that we were gonna take you guys along the journey. We were gonna do this whole trip with our family. But anyway, that didn't happen. It got pushed from May to June, and then June
to July,
and then August,
and now September
so,
14th, theoretically.
Theoretically, so we have that on the docket. But now I'm getting ahead of myself. So if we back up to April, we had this big plan to go do all this vacationing, this travel. But between then and this trip, we had slated out to do a few things and had a few things happen. So.
Right. May has been a really big month for our kids outside of flight, and we are really excited to have just some really big life events for all three of them. Our oldest, as you know, she's a senior in high school, and she graduated high school in May, so that was a huge celebration and life event that we're super proud of. So she graduated from high school.
And she's gonna head up to NIU this fall, so I'm jumping ahead again, but you know, you're wondering where she's going, Northern Arizona University.
Less than a week.
Go Lumberjacks, go Jacks!
Yeah. Woo, woo.
Yeah, in less than a week.
We're excited and a little bit, I'm a little scared, but it'll be great. Our oldest son, we had a great opportunity to be witness to something called a profession of faith, and that was in May as well. And you want to talk about what profession is?
So in our belief structure, we had our kids baptized as infants. So baptism for us is a sign and a seal of God's covenantal relationship with us. So it's a really big deal for us. But we do that with our kids as infants, and then later on in life, they claim that faith as their own through something called a profession of faith, where they stand up and they say, yes, I believe in Jesus, he's my savior. And so MICAH did that, and he did that through a dunking, so it was very reflective of his baptism. Of course, back then it was just a little sprinkle on his forehead. We didn't take the baby and drown him in the water or anything. But and again, the dunking is kind of a symbolic thing too. Like you've died to your old self and you've risen as you come out of the water, cleansed by the blood of Jesus. It's a really cool, powerful thing. So if you want to know more about that, ask questions, we can fill you in more, but it's a pretty cool deal. So MICAH did that, we're really proud of him. And then Gideon
Dykstra.
So he was promoted out of 8th grade, and now he's going into high school this fall. He actually just started last week. So 3 huge milestone events for all of our kids. Very excited, very proud. Still trying to wrap our heads around the fact that we're going to do this
all over again.
But you know what?
Yeah, we're still in a little bit of shock over the whole pregnancy, although it's becoming more apparent.
Yes.
Anyway.
Apparent. I see what you
Apparent.
did.
Those dad jokes bound. I don't know what to tell you.
All right, so moving on. We've got a lot of things going on with the plane, like Adam said, but one of the things that was brought to our attention that would be a good idea is to get some multi-training. And multi-training, we'll talk a little bit more in a different video of what that exactly means in the technical sense, but why would we get multi-training for a plane that only has one engine?
Yeah, we're buying a plane with only one engine. We're not buying a twin or a multi, whatever you want to call it. But we were encouraged to do that because we get retractable gear time. Well, the wheels come up in our plane, and so they wanted us to practice that. That would lower our insurance premiums, and then it also has a fancy prop that moves around, and so getting used to that extra control was a new thing for us to do. So, and we thought it was a new challenge, something fun to do. So we were gonna go and get fully certified in that, and all get that rating and all that. There were some challenges with that. We'll cover that in another video, but at the end of the day, we didn't do the multi actual rating, but we did fly in the multi a bunch and learned how to do it, and we were ready for the test. Again, another video, stay tuned for that one. So multi happened and didn't happen.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if you got the memo, but we live in Arizona, Southwest, and in June, July, August, September, October, all the months it feels like, but June especially, it's really, really hot out here. And we're flying.
It's really hot out here right now. I'm like sweating. I keep having to pause the video to like clean off all the sweat because it's hot out.
It's really hot. And so one of the things that we struggled with was heat problems, not just ourselves sweating in these tiny little, golf carts with wings, as we affectionately call the 172.
But lo and behold, GoPros overheat and quit running too. So we would go rent a plane, we'd go up to go get some video, to talk to you guys, to have some fun, and we would do the flight, and we'd only catch a few minutes of video because the cameras would overheat. So we've had a challenge not only getting planes, because for a while we couldn't get planes in May. We were having a hard time getting planes. Everybody wanted to get all their hours in before it got hot, so renting a plane was really hard. Come June, nobody wants to rent a plane, but the cameras don't want to work either.
Right.
So that was a problem. Well, anyway, we decided to go on a road trip. Road trip!
Woo! 3 weeks. We drove the Escalade across, I think it was 17 states, Arizona to Michigan, and then jumped into Ontario, and then we went back. And so now, to today, we're looking at the future and what kind of things you should expect from us other than the videos we just talked about. Coming up in September, we've got some really good opportunities to learn from those who also fly in our type of aircraft. So
that's right.
MMOPA.
We're going to the MMOPA convention in Colorado. This is a group of people who own a plane just like ours. And so we're gonna go meet other pilots who are flying a plane just like ours, or even bigger than ours, but in that same category. So we're gonna have some fun with them. It's a really cool place, really beautiful. Again, pretty bougie, but man, we're really looking forward to that, getting away a little bit, having some fun, and meeting some new people.
So check that video coming out too. We're gonna do some footage for that and just learn.
Yep.
And then finally, come September 14th, fingers crossed, Lord willing and the creek don't rise, as we say. September 14th, we get our plane, and then we'll do some training for that too. Again, more videos to come out for aviation, all sorts. So.
Yep, we can't wait to show you that. We're going to get a factory tour. Hopefully we can take you along for that. We'll find out. We'll give you a tour of our own plane, and we're taking the flight home. So hopefully we can catch a bunch of footage for that various stuff and bring you along for that ride too. And then into the fall, here we go. ARI'S on her way. 7 months, 2 to go. Lord willing and the creek don't rise again. That we make it all the way to the end here, and that she's happy and healthy, and then it'll be a grind, that first couple months of a newborn time. So
not a whole lot of video for me on those first 6 weeks.
You'll see probably a lot of me during that time, and a bit of Ari and Karen, but she'll be shying the camera away, I'm sure, as she's the walking zombie that moms are when they have babies. So
thanks so much for hanging with us and with Koupled Approach.
Koupled Approach. Oh.